Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about They Cloned Tyrone, a new science fiction comedy drama film that just premiered on Netflix. The film stars John Boyega as Tyrone Fontaine, a small-time drug dealer who was cloned by a mysterious organization. Tyrone must then figure out why he was cloned and what the organization plans to do with his clones. Fontaine, a narcotics dealer in the Glen community, is up against the odds on a regular basis. His mother rarely speaks to him, and he laments the death of his sibling. Fontaine approaches Slick Charles and Yo-Yo because he owes him money. He receives some money before being tragically shot by Isaac. Slick and Fontaine return for money, recalling the events of the previous night. They track down Yo-Yo, who confirms Slick's demise. Fontaine goes underground to examine a facility, where a white scientist informs them that the program has expanded. After Yo-Yo sparks an explosion, Slick accidentally murders the scientist. They uncover Fontaine's similar body on a table. Fontaine discovers the lab entrance has disappeared and discovers a secret ingredient in a fried chicken restaurant. Yo-Yo, a restaurant manager, discovers that Glen is being monitored and used in grape drinks and hair products for black women. They discover a local black church with disturbing lyrics due to the grape drink's influence and discover an elevator in the altar. The gang discovers a scientific facility in Glen that subjects black individuals to unsettling behavioral experiments. The lab contains clones of Glen inhabitants, including Fontaine and Slick Charles, and the clones are controlled by white scientists using certain tunes and visual stimuli. They leave a nearby strip joint after Fontaine sets off an alarm. To halt the clubgoers, a white man named Nixon and a Fontaine clone named Chester arrive. Nixon states that in order to create peace in America, scientists undertake experiments on disadvantaged, mostly black groups, like the Glen. Except for Yo-Yo, Nixon utilizes a trigger phrase to get the audience to obey his directives. Yo-Yo begs Fontaine to put a revolver in his mouth, and he begs for his life. Nixon breaks the hypnotic spell on the audience, but Yo-Yo is untouched. Nixon threatens to use the trigger word again if the probe is not halted. The next day, Fontaine falls deeper into a state of despair after discovering that his mother, whom he had never actually seen, was just a voice on a tape recorder. Yo-Yo decides to take matters into her own hands, but has her identity accidentally exposed and is subsequently kidnapped by Nixon. Fontaine comes up with a plan with Slick and Isaac to rescue Yo-Yo, faking his death to sneak into the lab undetected. Fontaine lets Slick and Isaac in to storm the lab with numerous residents of the Glen. They free the black people being experimented on, including the clones, while Yo-Yo frees herself and finds Slick. Fontaine, overpowered by Chester, is taken to an older version where he reveals his role in creating peace by whitewashing black people into white through mind control and generational breeding. He is motivated by the racially motivated murder of his brother and begins making clones. Fontaine uses Nixon's trigger word on Chester to shoot the original, while Yo-Yo stalls Nixon's execution before Slick shoots him in the head. The facility entrance to the church opens up, spilling naked clones out to the public and exposing the country's secret operation. After Yo-Yo announces her retirement from her job, the trio decides to head to Memphis to further expose and stop the operation. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, a man named Tyrone is identical to Fontaine and lives the exact same lifestyle as Fontaine. While with his friends, he watches as one of Fontaine's clones appears on TV, all realizing that Tyrone is a clone of Fontaine. Overall, I really enjoyed They Cloned Tyrone. It's a smart, funny, and thought-provoking film that explores some interesting themes. I would definitely recommend it to fans of science fiction, comedy, and drama. Thanks for watching my video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to subscribe to my channel for more content. And be sure to check out They Cloned Tyrone on Netflix. If you've seen They Cloned Tyrone, let me know what you thought in the comments below. And if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend checking it out. It's a great film that's sure to entertain and enlighten you.